Yep, it's time to go to the James River. Bit of a quick turnaround here. We just kind of left High Rock, and 3 weeks later now it's time to go to the James and get focused in on a completely different fishery that's going to fish totally different. It's a river system, and it's not just any river system, it's a tidal river system. So it is a completely different animal than any other lake we fish in the Piedmont division this year. I have been neck deep in the James River for the last 2.5 weeks or so. Neck deep. I don't know if anybody will be able to say they've researched more, they've studied maps more. I mean, because I have just been, it's all I've been focused on is just the James River. Neck deep in maps, tide charts, all the research I could do, I have done. I even actually drove up 2.5 hours up there and fished and put in about 11-hour day a couple of weeks ago, the weekend after High Rock. So I'm doing everything I can to learn about the James and trying to figure out what I need to do in order to catch a really good sack of fish. And that's the goal. I want to go up there. I want to go to Richmond and I want to whack them. I really do. I just want to put it on them. And I'm trying to do everything that I can before the actual event to put myself in a good position to do that. So it's going to be interesting. The one day I did go up there here a couple weeks ago, I fished about 11 hours. Only caught 3 fish, I think. You know, that was a little disheartening, but you know, it's okay to do that sometimes in your practice. Practice isn't always about catching 20 pounds and you know, 35 fish days. It's about just learning and try to do that. And I think I've got a good foundation based on all the research I've done lately. You know, I have a couple of contacts I've talked to up there and that are really kind of gave me an idea of what's going on and what I need to focus on in practice. So that's the goal. You know, you have 2 things you can do. You have 2 options here in this tournament. You can play it safe or you can swing for the fences. And anybody that knows the James knows what I'm talking about. You play it safe, fish the James River, catch 8 to 10 pounds, or you can make a 60-mile run. And so that's a dilemma that you know I'm constantly thinking about. What do I need to do here? Where do I need to run? What do I need to do? Where do I need to target? And you want to play it safe, get points, and try to ensure that you know, you stay on track to make the regional, or do you want to swing for the fences? And over my 3-year career here fishing BFLs, I have played it safe a lot. And I just, you know, fishing for 1 bite. Let's just go and catch 1 fish, get points, we'll move on to the next one. I don't think I'm there anymore. I don't think I want to do that anymore. But that being said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know until I get up there and have a really and put a lot of time on the water and practice to determine what I want to do. This is going to be a super interesting tournament because I just have a feeling that it's going to be boom or bust for me. And I remember last year what happened, and truthfully last year in this exact same tournament, I believe it was the exact same weekend and everything. It was in mid-July, and I was on such good fish. I really was. I was on such good fish. And come tournament day, I couldn't get bit, and I got outfished by my co-angler in the back. And that just stuck with me for a year, and I vowed to myself I wouldn't let that happen again. So I'm looking for redemption here. I'm looking for, you know, a really, really, really good day on the water. But in order for me to have that, I've got to put in the time, and I've got to put in 12-hour days out there to try to figure this thing out. But it's complicated though, because see, you looking at the tide charts and stuff, these fish eat during windows of time. and the tide isn't the same every day. So it's about an hour difference every day. So if you go up there on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the tide's going to be a little bit different every day. But as we all know, bass tend to eat different, in the morning time, sunrise. And so if the tide is one way at sunrise, is it going to be, are those fish still going to be there with a 3-hour tide difference, same time of the day, 3 days later? So it's a lot of things like that I don't have a ton of experience on tidal rivers to know the answer to that. So I've got to figure that out over the course of the next 3 days. And I do fish a lot of rivers here. I fish a lot of rivers, and I'm okay at river fishing. I'm fairly decent. I understand it. I understand how to fish muddy, stained water. But fishing in tidal fishery is just a lot different. But I have set myself up okay. I've done so much research over the last 2.5 weeks that I feel like I'm in a good position. I feel like I should be able to go up there and figure something out. But we all know how fishing is, it's called fishing, not catching. So what I have determined this year though is I have to put in the time. Put in the time on the water. That's the most important thing is quality time on the water. You can't come to these tournaments and expect to show up and do good. You have to put in the time on the water. Honestly, you probably need 4 days. I can look back over 3 years and I can see that the tournaments in which I put in that amount of time, I've done better. And the tournaments that I've not put in that quality time, I've done really bad in. Smith Mountain Lake this year is a good example. So I'm prepared to put in the time. Gotten the vacation time off work again. Luckily, I work with super awesome people. And I'm able to really chase my passion and my dream because of the people I work with and them allowing, supporting me and giving me the time that I need off to chase this dream of mine. So I'm very grateful for that. And I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to a little bit of redemption from last year. I really had I should have whacked them last year. I had like 16 pounds in practice, 15 or 16 pounds in practice on that Thursday. And I caught some more solid fish on Friday. I just felt really good. And I came in tournament day and I just dropped the ball. And I want another chance at that. I want another really good practice. And then I want to be able to have another chance on tournament day to put it all together. And I want to do this. I want to do this one. I've been doing this for a while now, and I've gotten really close a couple of times to winning, and I really, really want to win this. I really want this. I want to do good, and I want to do better than good. I don't want to fish for points anymore. I want to win this damn tournament. And if you're not fishing to win, why are you fishing at all? I feel like I need to tell myself, I don't know. I'm past fishing for points. Goals for this tournament though, I want to weigh in a 5-fish limit, and I want one of them James River monsters. They're in there. There's 9-pounders swimming around in there. I've seen one of them weighed in 2 years ago at the regional. I saw a 9-pounder weighed in, and all you got to do is look at the results of all the tournaments that go on the James River, and you'll see there's giant bags of fish weighed in every tournament, and there's big ones to be had. So I want a 5-fish limit, and I want a big one. I feel like you can get a decent 5-fish limit in there and get you a giant kicker fish, and you're going to be right there with a shot at winning. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to continue to put in the time this week, and we'll see how it turns out. And it's going to be interesting. I promise you that it'll be interesting, because I have a big decision to make come Saturday morning at about 6 o'clock. And, it's a big decision, and we'll see how it pans out. That's all I got to say for today. Appreciate you watching. If I were you, I'd tune in next week to see how the James River treated me. See you later.